Hey guys, welcome back. Today's problem is power of 2. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. We solve a lot of competitive problems. What problem says is given an integer, write a function to determine if it is a power of 2. Okay, let's understand with the example. So here the input is given as a 1. So we are returning a true because it's a 1 is again a power of 2. Second example, we have given input number as a 16. Again we will return true because it is a power of 2 raised to 4, so it is a power of 2, so we'll return as true for that. Last example, 2 and 8 is not a power of 2, so we will return a false out of it. Now let's understand the solution approach for this. Alright, so I have written a few two powers numbers 1, 2, 4 and 8. This is what their power, and as well as this is their binary representation. So one thing we know is if number is a power of 2, then there will be only one bit will be set into that number. Okay, so if you see from 1, 2, 4 and 8, a different bit is set at a different position, but there will be only one bit will be set. So how to identify whether there is only one bit set into the number? If there is only one bit, we for sure know that it is going to be a power of 2. Okay, so to get that whether one bit is set or not, one thing we can do is we can do ending of a reverse bit of it. Let's say if we will take example of 8, then let's say if we do ending with these numbers 0, 1, 1, 1. If we do end of this two number, then it will always return a 0 because these bits will each other, it will cancel it out. Okay, so this will always return a 0. Correct. So what this inversion bit or inversion number is going to be, if you see it closely, this is going to be 7. Okay, so one way we can do is, let's say you have a given number is n. Okay, and if you do AND of it with n minus 1, which is in our case 7. Okay, so in that case if it returns a 0, then our given number is a power of 2. In that case we will return a true. Now there is a one extra exceptional case is when your n is equal to 0. In this case this will return, or this will satisfy your condition. So in this case we will do this way: if number is greater than 0, because n is equal to 0 is not a power of 2, so for this we need to return a false. Okay, so we will put this way: if number is greater than 0 and this condition will satisfy n and n minus 1, this is going to be 0, then we will, this whole equation will return a final result. Now let's write down a code for this. It is going to be only single line. Let's write it down. Alright, now let's write a single line for that. Return, first we will write a first condition, n greater than 0. Okay, and then we will do ending with a second condition. Okay, and we'll do ending with, let's wrap in the bracket, n minus 1. If this is equal to 0, then return a true out of. Now let's run this code. Okay, it got submitted. Okay, it got accepted. So here if we analyze, the time complexity is a constant time operation, as well as space we are not utilizing, so that is also going to be constant. So that's it in this video. Hope you like it. Please add comments if you have a different approach or you are looking for a solution for a different problem. Thank you guys.